Hi friends, very good evening. Yes ma'am, welcome back to Let's Crack UPSC CSE Optional with India's largest learning platform, Unacademy. Let's crack it. What all you will get under an academic platform? Needless to say, daily live classes, isn't it? Yes, every day sharp 2 p.m. on YouTube platform. Yes, and yesterday and today we are also having the sessions on 8 p.m. What is the best part of live class, ma'am? The best part is that you can chat with your educator, engage in discussion, ask your doubts and answer polls all while the class is going on, isn't it? Yes. And the next benefit is that please please drop a confirmation message. Is everything is clear? Okay. Live test and live quiz. Yes, my dear friends, we have an amazing huge benefits by attending the live quiz. Every Tuesday and every Thursday is a quiz day, isn't it? Yes. The best part is that you can ultimate revision strategy, earn while you learn, and reverse engineering method. So evaluate your preparation with our regular mock test, and now we also have started the UPSC CSE Combat and the quizzes especially. Please make use of it every day, every quiz day, every Tuesday and Thursday. Structured courses. All our courses are so structured and aligned with your exam syllabus in order to help you best prepare for it. It is OASS for your PMI. One-stop solution for your prelim, mains and interview. Unlimited access to unlimited courses. One subscription gets you access to all our live and recorded courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, for which you have to download Unacademy Learning app. Yes, this is me, your DL ma'am. I'm Dhanalakshmi, senior top verified plus educator. On top of everything, I'm a passionate teacher. Yes, I'm a passionate educator. In search of pursuit of happiness in my life, one of my greatest happiness lies in being as an educator for UPSC CSE category, because this is a field where I have more than 16 years rich experience. With respect to my teaching experience, yes, I have more than decade-long rich experience in teaching for UPSC CSE Pan India. Yes, I take classes in Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. Credentials specific to civil service. I have appeared twice in UPSC CSE interview with 6 consecutive mains. 6 times I have cleared prelims in a series, and I have a twice. Of course, 2017 is a very special mention. Why? Because your DL ma'am has topped the interview board, one of the most challenging board it is. Despite of becoming a topper, I couldn't come in the merit list because I've missed the service in a very narrow margin. So apart from a unique style of teaching, I have mentored more than 25,000 aspirants over a period of last 12 years. I haven't stopped just by mentoring. I have hence produced the toppers and rankers in this field. You can reach your DL ma'am who has an enormous amount of experience and expertise in this field by using this code DL10. Yes, Radhika, very good evening, ma. I have also pinned my Telegram link and an Academy profile link as well. Don't forget to go and watch my profile. Then there you get to know more about me. Yes, ma. Apart from this, prepare with the top educators. Indeed is a blessing, isn't it? All the best brains of India are found under one roof, and needless to say, that roof is an academy. To name a few, Mrunal sir, Roman Saini, Ayush Shangi, Sudarshan Gujjar, the list is endless. Utilize the platform to its fullest. Comprehensive syllabus. Here again, we have a courses somewhere closer to 16K courses for UPSC CSE category alone. So I know it is the smart utilization of this platform is going to do magic in your civil service. Okay, UPSC CSE preparation. One subscription, unlimited benefits. Aren't they? Yes. Learn live from the comfort of your home. Unlimited access to all courses. Top educators of India on one platform. Exhaustive coverage of syllabus. Regular doubt clearing session. Live test series. Study material at the end of each session, answer writing session, mentoring and guidance. When you have an enormous amount of benefits like this, it's really surprising which is stopping you from taking the subscription. Yes, my dear friends, it's high time to take the subscription. For entire 24 months after using your DL ma'am code DL10, you get 10% instant discount. At last, you have to pay only 64,800. And for 36 months after using my code DL10, you have to pay only 81,000. Here again, we have a no cost EMI offer as well. Then this is with respect to iconic subscription. A very special announcement is there. Please take the enrollment immediately with respect to iconic subscription. Why? Because there is going to be an increase in fees hike. Okay, For 24 months, it is 96,300, and for 36 months, it is 1,26,900. You get 10% instant discount after using my code DL10. This is with respect to optional subscription. Yes, ma'am. For 24 months, it is 36,000, and for 36 months, it is 45,000 by using my code DL10. The most competitive gamified UPSC CSE battle is here. Already you got exposed to two battles which has got completed in the month of December. The other two battles, of course, every month you will be having two battles. Okay, so it will be completely thorough before you approach before you are in front of the UPSC CSE 2021 prelims. Okay, the objective of this, you are going to compete with the thousands of learners in India's biggest fortnightly competition for UPSC CSE. So enroll right away using my code DL10. Contest format is for 45 minutes, 60 questions, 13 combats, 6 sections, relative scoring, fortnightly contest. Okay, alternate Sundays, and only 6 months remaining. Yes, we have, of course, the date is June 27. Only 6 months remaining UPSC CSE for 2021. So it's really high time to take the subscription for the 6 months batch course. 6 months to UPSC CSE 2021 prelims. Pathway to crack UPSC CSE with India's best educators starts on 28th December. Okay, day after from Monday. Ultimate GS 6 months batch course for prelims 2021 and Mission 2021 6 months batch course for UPSC CSE prelims. So what are the things that gets covered in this batch course, ma'am? Prelims complete syllabus coverage, fine. That syllabus will be done by the top educators of Unacademy. Prelim test series with a detailed analysis. So at the end of each class, you will be provided with the study material, dedicated doubt clearing sessions, and interview preparation. So expedition. So for 2021, it is a 6 months batch course. If you're planning for 2022, then we have a 1-year batch course. If our ultimate aim is that, ma'am, I'm just in my college, but I have started preparing for civil service exam. I wanted to crack the exam in my very first attempt. So then this is for you guys. Expedition 2023, 2 years batch course. So take the enrollment using your DL code DL10. Okay, iconic prize hike. Yes, my dear friends, it's coming soon. Iconic subscription. Connect with your personal coach. Main test series with evaluation. Customize your study plan. Attend study booster session. Be a part of high intensity workshop. Practice answer writing daily. Accelerate your preparation with daily content. Okay, upgrade today. So this is what. And apart from this, we have a small note with respect to the mentoring. Yes, you all, mentoring is a process indeed. Okay, so irrespective of the multiple starting points, yes, this is an all India exam. You can start your journey from any point of India, but make sure that there is only one dream destination, that is Labasta. In order to reach your dream destination, I can sure it is, we have to accept the harsh reality. Our journey is not bed of roses, it is thorn of bushes. We have to crisscross all the hurdles which comes on the way, and at last we are going to reach the destination. Once you reach the destination, please make sure that you are going to receive with much respect and adulation. Red carpet welcome from the public. Okay, so it deserves. Yes, always difficult roads leads to beautiful destination, isn't it? Yes, ma'am. So it's time to begin the class. Can I move? The Mediterranean climate, of course, in between the chapter 18 is missed out because actually the class was supposed to happen in afternoon. So it got pushed to the next week. So don't worry, I'll cover that hot and mid-latitude desert climate. Okay, hot desert and mid-latitude desert climate. So now we'll try to complete Mediterranean climate. Is this fine, Radhika? Is everything is clear? Can I proceed with the topic? Yes, my dear friend. So in order to master, you're going to fill the answer. In order to master major climatic types which have been viewed as one of the most dry topic and difficult topic, how we will master those things? It's simple. The code is DCVE. Yes or no? Isn't it an effective code? Isn't it an effective code, ma? Yes or no? DCVE, which is nothing but distribution, climate, vegetation, economy, and life of people. Under distribution, two things, L and P. What is this L? Latitudinal extent. What is this P? Places which comes around. Okay, that particular type. Yes, Omkar, good to have you. What is the C, ma? C is with respect to the temperature, annual temperature, and precipitation, and vegetation in economy. Okay, yes. Mediterranean climatic region. See, these are the places. So, of course, it is very natural that it will be around the Mediterranean Sea, undoubtedly. Apart from that, we also have other places. So, you shouldn't confine your answers. The Mediterranean climate comes only in this place. Apart from this, we also experience a Mediterranean climate in the other zones. Okay, Chile, California, in Australia. Now we are going to discuss all this. Can I begin? Yesterday we had a wonderful session with respect to Savannah and Sudan. Okay, today also Mediterranean climate, or because it is very important, UPSC don't expect UPSC always will ask the state of questions like Mediterranean. No, Savannah or Sudan or tropical grassland. So the question might be in any format. They can ask you Sudan type characteristics or tropical grassland characteristics. Then you should understand the question is something they are asking about the savanna type. Similarly, for Mediterranean climate, what is another name? Mediterranean climate or warm temperate western margin climate. WTWM. Okay, warm temperate western margin climate. So Mediterranean climate, the first code we are going to discuss with respect to letter D. Okay, yes. Distribution. It is found under distribution. We have an amazing two letters. One is L and another one is P. So DL. So everywhere you are getting your DL, ma'am, right? Distribution. First is the latitudinal extent. It is found between 30 to 45 degree north and south of the equator, and it gets its name from the climate found around the Mediterranean Sea. Since this climate is found around the Mediterranean Sea, and the extent 30 to 45 is what zone, ma? Is it equator, hot, wet, equatorial, subtropical, tropical? No, it starts with the temperate zone. So second clue you got that temperate, and it is a warm temperate. Warm temperate, so it is a 30 to 45 degree north and south of the equator. Just a moment. And gets its name from the climate found around the Mediterranean Sea. What is the cause of this type of climate? It is of two things. One is that shifting of the wind and the pressure belts with respect to the summer, warm to hot, and in winters, cold. Okay. So shifting of pressure belts is one important factor that we will be discussing. What is this shifting of pressure belts when we do the wind class? So do you remember in the last class we will be discussing other factors? Convergence of northeast and southeast trade winds at the intertropical convergence zone. Similarly, here it comes under the westerlies. Okay, the basic cause of this type of climate is first is that shifting to the wind belts with summer warm to hot and winter cold but mild. So this is the first point. Second, these regions have also been called winter rain and summer dry. Please recap the climatic classification we have discussed till now. It has a summer maximum rainfall during the summer months. Yes or no, ma? Yes or no? For example, take yesterday's class, Savannah time, which is the what is the rainfall? Hot, wet rainfall, isn't it? So the rainfall, especially in the month of May, June, July, August, September. But here, this is the one climate where we have a winter rainfall. So this is the second peculiarities. The second distinct feature with respect to Mediterranean. It is a winter rainfall. Is this clear? First is shifting of pressure belts. Both Indian climate. Yes, Satish, we have a Indian climate. Everything we have. Okay, don't worry. Climatology already have done so many classes on climatology. Okay. Then third is Mediterranean biome is divided into 5 floristic biome subtypes according to the various floristic realms into which each fall. Though the area, so it is a natural that the area is around the Mediterranean Sea. It has the great extent of this type of agriculture. The best developed form of this peculiar type of climate is in fact found in central Chile. Then you can ask me, ma'am, you said it is a Mediterranean type of climate. So the natural it is that in the southernmost of the Western European or in the Africa, northernmost portion of the Africa is the best suited for the Mediterranean, isn't it? See, This is in the Europe southern portion and for Africa northern portion. So if you say the answer, the best suited Mediterranean climate is well experienced in these placements is acceptable, but you are saying something, it is well found in central Chile. Yes or no? Are you able to note down this important point? See, this is a highlight. The best developed form of this peculiar type of climate is in fact found not somewhere closer to the Mediterranean Sea, but it is in central Chile. This is the third important point you have to remember. Is this clear, ma? Then, strong cold upwelling currents bathe the coastal region with a cool marine air and the moderate winter temperature, except for the Mediterranean basin and south and western Australia. Is this clear? Is this clear? Can we proceed? So, where all you will experience a Mediterranean type of climate. It is, ma'am, it is natural that why you're bothering so much? Okay, naturally the Mediterranean type of climate, its area around the Mediterranean Sea. Yes, California, around San Francisco, the places. Under the D, we are discussing. Under the D, first is DL. Your DL, ma'am. Distribution, latitudinal extent. What is the latitudinal extent? 30 to 45 degree north and south of equator. Under places, which are all the places which experience Mediterranean type of climate. Mediterranean, around the Mediterranean Sea. California, around San Francisco. Chilean, central Chile, South America. So this is very, very most important because this peculiar type of climate is well developed in central Chile. This is your prelims important point. Did you understand this point, ma? Okay. Then is Cape Town in Africa, some patches, and in Australia, southern and western Australia. Look at this. Look at this. So no, Cape Town, southern and western Australia. This is, but don't make a mistake. The Mediterranean climate is well developed here. Yes. Does it have any reason? Of course, it has a reason. We will discuss. That's why it naturally is said as a western margin climate. See, it is in the western margin climate. Okay, coastal influence. Yes, good question, Satish. Please wait. I will discuss the climate. So, under the code DCBE, is the D is completed, ma? Is D is completed? Distribution is completed. Under distribution, did we check latitudinal extent and places? Now we are going to discuss the next is T. C. Climate. Under climate, temperature, annual temperature and precipitation. Okay. Of course, early confined to the western portion of continental masses between 30 and 45 degree north and south of equator, which is nothing but latitudinal extent. Western portion of continental masses. Let me come here. So, it is for the continent. Okay. For the continent. Just look here. This is the western side of the continent. If it is a western side of the continent, for the ocean it is eastern side. Did you understand, ma? This is an Atlantic Ocean, North Atlantic Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean. For the continent it is western side, but for the ocean it is the eastern side of the ocean. See, draw an imaginary diagram. Imagine this is North America, this is South America, and this is Europe and Africa, North Atlantic Ocean, okay, South Atlantic Ocean. Now you say for the continent which is east and west, for the continent this side is east and this side is west, okay, but for the ocean this is east and this is west. So can I say western side of the continent is eastern side of the ocean? You take it for anything, for North Atlantic, South Atlantic, Pacific. Is this point is clear? Okay. We have many such points here. Just wait. I'll explain. So the basic cause of this type of climate is, what is the first thing? It is a shifting of the pressure belts, wind and the pressure belts. Mediterranean Sea has the greatest extent of this type in winter rainfall. So far we have discussed all these things. They have a summer rainfall. This is the first climatic type where we are discussing the rainfall will be in winter. Winter rainfall and give rise to the name of Mediterranean climate. The best developed. So this is the second point you have to remember thoroughly. And the third point is the best developed form of this climatic type is found in central Chile. Other Mediterranean regions include California around San Francisco, southwestern tip of Africa around Cape Town, southern Australia and southwest Australia Swanland. Is this clear? Southern Australia and southwest Australia Swanland. Is this clear, ma? Is distribution D is completely done? Can I move to the sea climate? Okay, Mediterranean climate distribution. It is one that resembles the climate of the lands in the Mediterranean basin. This climate type prevails in much of the California, in parts of western and southern Australia, in southwestern South Africa, and in parts of central Chile. The climate is characterized by hot, dry summer and cool, wet winters. So during the cool season, it will be rainy season. We will have a rain during the winter. That's why it is called as a winter rainfall. Hot season will be dry. Okay. Mediterranean climate zones are associated with the 5 large subtropical high pressure cells of the oceans. For example, the Azores High, South Atlantic High, North Pacific High, South Pacific High and Indian Ocean High. This part we will be doing when we discuss the pressure belts. Now, Mediterranean climate, clear skies, high temperature. If it is a clear sky, what does it mean? Can we expect the precipitation? What is an indication? When you will become happy? When the clouds become dark, studded, which means that it is about to rain. If you are having a clear sky, what does it mean? There is no clue for precipitation at all. Yes or no? Yes or no? So, summer it will have a clear sky, high temperature, hot, dry summer and cool, wet winter. Mean annual precipitation somewhere ranges between 35 to 90 centimeter. Is this point is clear? Am I going fast? Are you able to follow? Please let me know. Don't worry, I will do multiple revisions. Then, the temperature of the warmest month greater than or equal to 10 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the coldest month is less than 18 degrees Celsius but greater than minus degrees Celsius. So, warmer month is that greater than or equal to. So, you are saying that hot and dry. But the hot month itself, the dry season, the summer season itself, the temperature is that greater than or equal to 10 degrees Celsius only. Then what about the winter season? Winter season, coldest month is less than 18 degrees Celsius, but it will be greater than minus 3 degrees Celsius. You should remember this point, very, very important. Okay. Climate is not extreme because of cooling from water bodies. Yes or no? As Satish has asked me, ma'am, what is the specific? See, why it is dry, warm summer with offshore trade winds. That is, the winds are starting from the land towards the sea. This is called offshore. What is the nature of offshore, ma? I told you, no, wind is, I think in my earlier classes I have said, let me do that again. Normally, imagine the wind. He is a very nice fellow. Can I say you some example? You have been invited to someone's house for a dinner. Okay, you are going as a guest. And for your arrival, they are preparing so much of dishes and they are happy to receive you. But it is a human tendency when you are invited to someone's house, will it good nice if you go in an empty hand? Will it good nice if you go in an empty hand? It doesn't look good, isn't it? Because though things are getting ready, at least you should go to anyone's house with a minimum of the things you can get, like sweets. If you get to know that there is kids in the family, you can take some chocolates or something. So this concept that is called the hospitality, what you can do from your hand. So the winds has this fine character. When it moves from land, Whatever the area it passes through, the area which is passing, whether it is a land, it picks up the sand. Whether it is an ocean, it picks up the moisture. Are you getting it? So it never leaves, it never crosses, or it never moves in an empty air. Offshore winds are this. Offshore means it is starting. The wind is starting from the land. The land, what does it have? It can take only the sand. Will the sand will lead to the promotion of precipitation? Will the sand will lead to precipitation? No. So it is dry. Just imagine if the wind is starting its journey from the sea and it go and reaches the land area. It is starting its journey from the sea and it reaches the land area means, because the land area, it is a guest house. It is starting from the home, from the sea. So on its way, it picks up the moisture and it goes and helps in shedding as a precipitation. This is called onshore. So onshore leads to helps in bringing a precipitation. Offshore doesn't support the precipitation formation. Is this clear? In a very simple example, is this clear? Is this clear? A dry, warm summer with offshore trades. In summer, when the sun is overhead at the Tropic of Cancer, the belt of influence of the westerlies, I told you, no, it comes under the influence. When it is within the tropics, it comes under the influence of trade winds. This is beyond the tropics. The latitudinal extent of Mediterranean climate is in the temperate zone. So, naturally, it comes under the influence of westerlies from the west towards the east. I think since I didn't do the wind class, you might have this confusion. Can I make one small diagram? Okay, let me use this place. Kindly adjust. I'm very poor. Arrow options. Okay. Just imagine the latitudinal. Okay, I'll make only half. So if it comes, okay, this is an equator, okay, within the tropics. Within the tropics, Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, it comes under northeast trade winds. Within the tropics, it comes under the influence of trade winds. Am I right? Am I right? Northeast and southeast trade winds. Okay, from the north towards the east, from the south towards the east. Whereas in the temperate, beyond 30 degree to 40 degree, it comes under the influence of westerlies. From the west towards the east, from high pressure to low pressure area. Normally the wind moves from the high pressure, subtropical high to equatorial low. Okay. Okay, high pressure. So this zone is called as the westerlies. It comes under the influence of westerlies. So wait for the wind class. There we'll have an amazing example. As of now, you remember the westerlies. Since it is the temperate zone, it starts from the west towards the east. Okay, westerlies is shifted a little poleward. Little pole towards the pole, rain-bearing winds are therefore not likely to reach the Mediterranean lands. Let me say, please remember, try to understand. Seema, can I explain in this diagram? Can I explain in this diagram? Just try to understand. Seema, this is Mediterranean. Yes or no, friends? This is Mediterranean. Now, what is the peculiar distinct characteristic of, Mediterranean? Shifting of wind belts. Shifting of wind and the pressure belts. Yes or no? What is the wind comes here in the Mediterranean zone? It is the wind comes here is a westerlies. Shifting of wind, that too towards the pole. For example, just remember, if the try to capture the wind, it is like 30 to 40 degree. So what is the clue? Shifting of wind belts towards the pole. Instead of reaching the 45 degree, imagine it is moving little northward during summer because with the migration of the sun. If it enters the Mediterranean Sea, then you can experience more rainfall since it comes under the ambience of shifting of pressure belts. Okay, instead of hitting here, it moved little northward. It moved a little northward. How many of you understood? How many of you want me to explain again? How many of you want me to explain? I can do it. Please let me know if you don't understand. I'll do it, ma. Because I didn't do the wind class. See, ma, the basic cause of this type of climate is shifting of the wind belts. Okay. Westerlies is shifted little poleward. Instead of hitting this 30 to 45 degree, it has hit more than 45-50 degrees because with the migration of the sun. Migration of the sun from it moves little north towards the summer and in the southern hemisphere towards the winter. Because of this migration movement of the sun, the westerlies instead of entering your house, remember. Okay, let me say in today's example, Christmas, Santa Claus. You are expecting Santa Claus to come to your home. Okay, you got the news that you are going to receive the gift. So you're ready. You're ready for the welcome. You're ready to welcome him. You're ready to receive the gifts. But sad things happen. Instead of entering your house, he has entered the next house. The house which is at the top of you. You are on the first floor. Imagine he has entered in the second floor. So it's just a mess. If he has entered in your house, you would have received the gift. Yes or no? You can experience more rainfall. The westerlies is shifted a little polewards. So rain-bearing winds are therefore not likely to reach the Mediterranean lands. Exactly the Santa Claus gift. You are supposed to receive the gift, but the shifting of belt has happened. Instead of receiving 45 degrees, it has moved to 50 degrees. So the gift has been moved little poleward. So the rain-bearing winds are therefore not likely to reach the Mediterranean lands. Did you understand? With the example, please acknowledge, ma. Do you want me to explain again? So the prevailing trade winds, tropical easterlies are also offshore and there is practically no rain. Trade wind also, it is not an onshore trade winds, it is starting from the land offshore. So the trade wind also no effect here, and the westerlies, it is supposed to bring a huge profit here. That is a big gift here. Because of the shifting of movements of the sun, it has moved little north, so we miss this. Okay, rain-bearing winds are therefore not likely to reach the Mediterranean lands. Okay, so strong winds from the inland desert region. How can you? Even I don't know. Even I don't know how do I get this in. Thanks for this comment. Such many, even I have never ever said in any classes, but I get the examples immediate. The examples is the apt example. Okay, we were supposed to receive the gift, but it has went little northward. Okay, so strong winds from inland desert region pose the risk of wildfires. Is this fine? So what is the first concept? What is the peculiar winter rainfall? What is the second peculiarity? Shifting of the wind belt and the pressure belts. We should have got, because normally there is a belief that westerlies, it is one of the important factor for the temperate cyclone. Okay, but here in this zone it has happened. And second thing, one important point you have to remember here, ma'am, you said summer month itself, the temperature of the warmest month itself is greater than or equal to 10 degrees. 10 degrees Celsius, what heat we can experience, what heat we can feel, we don't feel hot at all. And winter temperature is like that, greater than 18 and less than -3 degrees Celsius. Why? Because as Satish has asked me, and now I am proving it, look at here, all the western, all this Mediterranean or coastal influence. Yes or no? They are near maritime, they comes under the maritime influence. So the wind will be naturally onshore. Yes or no, ma? So whenever, just imagine if your house is near the beach, will you feel the hot? Will you feel the hot? It will equalize, it will moderate. Okay, so since it is near the maritime influence, you can never ever feel the heat here. That is one of the things. The summer itself, the highest temperature is only 10 degrees Celsius, and winter you find the coldness somewhere closer to -3 degrees Celsius. Is this clear? Then So prevailing trade winds, that's it. Rainfall in winter with onshore westerlies. Mediterranean lands receives most of the precipitation in winter when the westerlies shift equatorwards. So my friend, during the migration of the sun, he moved a little northward. Okay, when the sun comes, see, it is happening because of the sun. The sun, he used to move little northward and again he reaches the equator. So the westerlies, when it moved along with the shifting of the sun little northward, that time we have missed it, but again when it reaches towards the equator, the precipitation in winter when the westerlies shift equatorwards. So that's why we don't get a rainfall in summer. By the time the sun reaches towards the equator, it is a winter season in the northern hemisphere, and also the westerlies towards the equator, it moves towards the winter season. That is one of the main reason why do we get the Mediterranean lands receive most of the precipitation in winter. This is primarily because of the migration of the sun. Is this clear? So when the westerly shift equatorwards in the northern hemisphere, the prevailing onshore means, my friend, when the starting is journey from the sea towards the land, brings much cyclonic rain from the Atlantic, typical to Mediterranean climate. Okay, is this clear, ma? So this is all. One more point we are going to discuss is, okay, take page number 142. Take page number 142 in GC LEONG. Can you see this climatic graph? Did we discuss in tropical monsoon, do we have a rainfall throughout the year? See, let me say when I was taught world climatic types, when I entered into the civil service, this was one of the driest topic. Everyone, because majority of your GC LEONG books covers this climatic types, starting from chapter 15 till chapter 25, isn't it? And of course, it's in the China, of course. This is one of the dry. I didn't know how to master this. When my sir taught in the class, it was like Greek and Latin. I didn't understand anything because he simply said, this is the climate, this is this. We didn't understand. One curiosity I have developed is, I didn't understand how to master this, but one tips I found out, I will go and compare this climatic graph. For example, here from the month of January till December, this black color shade is nothing but rainfall. It is talking about the rainfall precipitation registered. So which are all the climatic types? Jan till December, this black color shaded, which means rainfall throughout the year. From a month of January till December, if you are going to experience the rainfall precipitation, don't you feel happy? How many of you love to dance in rain? How many of you love to go and stand in rain, precipitation when rain comes? Normally we have that curiosity, no? So this is one of the prime reason I started comparing this climatic graph. I'll go and check in the hot desert. In between we have June, July, August, zero, nothing. I said, oh, rainfall throughout the year from January till December, all this month. So Mediterranean climate also have rainfall throughout the year. Yes or no? Yes or no? Second thing. Now let me take this with respect to the stations. Example. In the northern hemisphere, Rome. Okay? Northern hemisphere, Rome. First concept you have to discuss. Highest annual precipitation. It is 33 inches. Annual temperature range. Try to find the highest and the lowest. Which is my highest? In the month of August. Am I right? August. Lowest 45 degree in the month of January. Am I right? This is the range. Maximum minus minimum. Is this clear? Please let me know. Is this clear? Okay. So the range is somewhere high. 31 degree Fahrenheit. Highest is 76 and the lowest is 45 degree. And annual precipitation is less only, on an average 33 inches. But my dear friends, we have a rainfall throughout the year. All the months in a year we have a precipitation. Okay. See, example, see, I have to mention one thing. Any climatic types, try to note down the examples that is given in GC LEONG. UPSC mostly used to pick questions from the examples given in GC LEONG. For example, in the Northern Hemisphere, the example station is Rome here, and in the Southern Hemisphere, Cape Town. Okay? Okay? Do you remember what examples we have discussed in Savannah or Sudan or tropical grassland? In the Northern Hemisphere, which is an example station, and Southern Hemisphere, which is an example station? Can you give me an answer in yesterday's class? Yesterday's class, Northern and Southern Hemisphere. Yes, ma'am, waiting for your answer. Please reply back. Yes. Super. Northern Hemisphere, Kano. Southern Hemisphere, Salisbury. Amazing, ma. This is what you have to note down. So try to take the synopsis for each climatic type along with the examples mentioned in GC LEONG. Majority of the time, UPSC used to pick the stations here only. Okay, is this fine? So I've strongly registered one prelim input, secret input. Okay. Yes, Solarajan. Good to have you. Then here, Cape Town. For the Southern Hemisphere, Cape Town. Precipitation only 25 inches and the range is 15 degree. Highest is 70 degree and the lowest is 55 degree. Is this clear? Is this clear? Does both the Northern and Southern Hemisphere, does both have rainfall throughout the year? Does both have rainfall throughout the year? Yes or no? Check both the stations. So in the figure, page number 142, can you see the shifting of wind and the pressure belts in June, December, onshore, offshore, shifting wind belt? So because of the shifting, it's just a miss. You are supposed to receive the gift, but because of the shifting, it has moved to the top floor. I mean the second floor. Okay. Next. Okay. Any doubt, ma? This DNC is completely done. See climatic graph. San Francisco, of course you know. And Cape Town. Can we have a quick recap? Okay. The rain comes in heavy shower. What is the typical geographical word for heavy showers? Yesterday's class I said we have to use the typical geographical word. What is the typical geographical word for heavy showers? Superma. Torrential downpour. Torrential is heavy. Downpour is a shower. Am I right, Radhika? Together, you have to complete. Torrential downpour. Okay, super. And only on few days with bright sunny periods between them. This is another characteristic feature of the Mediterranean winter rain. The rain comes in heavy showers. So just remember, whenever you have a heavy shower, majority it will be useless because it goes in runoff. It leads to soil erosion. It will not recharge the underground aquifer, isn't it? So heavy shower of no use. That also only for few days with bright sunny periods between them. Literally like our monsoons. Burst of the monsoon. It never rains in India. It pours. Monsoon, it never rain. Rain means it will be very sustaining for a long time. It pours means it bursts out. That's why there is a keyword with respect to monsoon. Burst of the monsoon. Okay. Break will be there. Withdrawal of the monsoon. Such like it will be a heavy shower only days. So this is another characteristic feature. Though the downpour. Can you see this word? Can you see this word? So torrential downpour is an appropriate word. Though the downpour are infrequent, they are often very torrential. And in mountainous district, destructive flood occur. Yes, heavy. It will not rain throughout. Okay, it will be raining. It will heavy downpour only for 2 to 3 hours. That will lead to heavy flood. Always there is a torrential downpour, definitely it will lead to a flood only. Destructive floods. So it comes under the category of disaster. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear? Okay. Climate. All regions with the Mediterranean climate have relatively mild winters, but summer temperature are variable depending on the region. For instance, Athens, Greece experiences rather high temperature in the summer, whereas San Francisco has cool, mild summer due to upwelling of cold subsurface waters along the coast. So here it is attached by the cold currents that we will be discussing when I do the oceanographic topic. I think many topics is being missing in geography as well, isn't it, ma'am? We need to do that. Okay, don't worry, your DL ma'am has started. But tomorrow there is an announcement. Tomorrow is the last class in the special platform. I have scheduled the classes. Do come and join the class. Fundamental rights I am going to start tomorrow from article 12 to 21. Yes, 12 to 21. So please come and attend as live learners. Fine. So since all regions with the Mediterranean climate are near the large bodies of water, because it comes under the maritime influence, temperatures are generally moderate. You will not feel hot at all. Just imagine if you are going to see your house is near the beach. Don't you feel the breeze? Don't you feel the chillness? Such like. So the temperate regions, climatic types is near the coastal, near the water bodies. So naturally, it will never lead to increase in temperature. It will try to equalize and moderate with comparatively small range of temperatures between the winter low and summer high. So can you give me an answer? What is the temperature in summer and what is the temperature in winter? I have discussed in here. I told you it's very important. Can you give me the answer, ma? Can you give an answer with respect to summer and winter? Waiting for your reply. I got hurt. Waiting for your reply. Please answer. No. Summer greater than 10 degrees Celsius. Am I right? Winter range. What is the range for winter? Summer is only that. The maximum is greater than 10 degrees Celsius. Fine. What is the winter range, ma? Winter range, I have given the range for winter. Greater than 18 degrees Celsius and less than minus 3 degrees Celsius. Yes or no? Minus 3 and 18. Didn't we discuss this? 18 degree and minus 3. I have also highlighted that point. See? Sorry, less than, greater than. I have interchanged. So less than 18 degrees Celsius and greater than minus 3 degrees Celsius. Yes. My mistake. Yes or no? Okay, just. Where is my cursor? Okay. Yes. So it is less than 18 degrees Celsius, greater than minus 3 degrees Celsius. Am I right? Am I right? Fine. So in winter, the temperature range from mild to very warm, depending upon the distance from the open ocean. If it is closer to the open ocean, you will not find much heat. If it is far from the ocean, then you might find little bit more heat. Okay. And latitude. During summer, regions of Mediterranean climate are dominated by subtropical high pressure cells causing no or little rainfall. During winter, the polar jet stream and associated periodic storms reach into the lower latitudes of the Mediterranean zone, bringing rain with snow at higher elevations. As a result, areas with this climate receive almost all of the yearly rainfall. So this is the reason we have a rainfall throughout the year during the winter season and may go the summer without having any significant precipitation. Okay. So dry warm summer with offshore trade winds. The summer months have relatively high temperature, isn't it? With highest temperature recorded or away from the coast and in more eastern continental merit. Simple, ma. Just remember, let me give you one small example. This is an Atlantic Ocean. Okay. Imagine, okay, Europe, okay, western side of the Europe, and you move interior of the continent. So just remember two continents. One continent, one country is which is closer to the ocean, and number one, and another one which is far away from the ocean, where you will find more heat. Where you will find more heat, in the number one or number two, where you will experience more temperature. Number one or number two? Yes, because correct, Omkar, because it is far away from the maritime influence. This North Atlantic Ocean is closer to number one. So even during summer, you may not find high temperature, you may not experience or feel the temperature because it gets equalized by the maritime influence, it gets moderate. Whereas when it is away from the maritime influence, then the interior of the continent, then the temperature will be more. That is what, with the highest temperature recorded away from the coast. Isn't it away from the coast? Yes or no? Away from the coast, and then more in east and continental. Continental means interior, which is not near the coastal region. In summers, when the sun is overhead at the Tropic of Cancer, the belt of influence of westerlies, it shifted a little poleward. I told you, instead of reaching 45 degree with the migration of the sun, this, my friend, wind also get migrated little poleward. So here you will find this difference. The belt of influence of westerlies is shifted little polewards. Rain-bearing winds, therefore, are not likely to reach the Mediterranean lands. This example we have discussed. Is this clear, ma? The prevailing trade winds. So this is with respect to westerlies, just a miss. Okay, with respect to westerlies, it is just a miss. At least don't we get from the trade winds? At least don't we get from the trade winds means trade winds are offshore. Okay, it is starting from the land. If it is onshore means we'll have some precipitation. It is an offshore. The prevailing trade winds are offshore, as all of the Mediterranean region lies on the western margin of the continent, except large portions of the Mediterranean basin, and all the regions are situated along the coast of the ocean or the Mediterranean Sea. Therefore, the air is dry, heated, and it is of low relative humidity with practically no rain. Okay, all the regions are situated along the coast of the oceans or the Mediterranean, therefore the air is dry. So this offshore is a clue, offshore with respect to the trade winds, and westerlies, shifting of the wind belt. Okay, then days are excessively warm in the interior away from the coast, and prolonged droughts are common, with areas at coast getting relief from moderating effects of the seas. So the area which is closer to coast, they don't feel the heat because they get moderated by the maritime influence. Is this clear? Is this clear? Any doubt? So mild, rainy winter, onshore westerlies. Winter, then you get, now you know, in summer it is a dry, okay, offshore trade winds. In winter it is onshore. Onshore means westerlies. Just remember, I'll give you an example. Let me take an imaginary diagram. Okay. Mediterranean, it falls in which latitude? Mediterranean, it falls in which latitude? 30 to 45 degree. Just remember, this zone is 30 to 45 degree. Friends, are you able to understand? Remember, this zone is a 30 to 45 degree, that is latitudinal extent temperate zone. And this is the North Atlantic Ocean. Westerlies, it starts from west to east. That's why easterlies means it starts from east, it moves towards the west. Then the wind name is called as easterlies. Westerlies, it starts from the west and moves towards the east. Okay. So, which is the west here? Here. From the west means it is starting from the ocean. So, it is an onshore wind. Am I right? Onshore westerlies, because it is starting from the ocean towards the continent. So will it be onshore or offshore? If it starts, Easterlies means it will be start from the land. Okay, it is offshore. You have to wait for the wind class. We have an amazing examples in the wind class, but as of now, you just remember westerlies. So the temperate region 30 to 45 degree, it comes under the influence of westerlies. Westerlies are the winds which starts from the west. That is, here the west is for the Mediterranean. Okay, let me take this diagram. Just give me a moment. Okay, ma. So just remember, this is 35 to 40 degree latitude. Okay, this is a Mediterranean zone. This is an Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean, yes or no? So just say me, now the westerlies is starting from here and it is moving towards the continent. Yes or no? Yes or no? So it doesn't mean that it is an onshore wind. Onshore means from the sea towards the land. Onshore. Offshore means from the land towards the sea. Okay? Offshore means from the land to sea. Now you say me, westerlies is onshore, sea to L or land to sea. Is this clear? I think without any doubt it is clear, but still. Is this clear, ma? Okay? Super. That is what. So you just remember the guest. Now he is moving from the okay. Since my guest wind is he is starting his journey from the sea. So he is going to reach the destination part inside the house. He is going to enter the house. Since he is crossing the sea, he picks up the moisture from the sea. So it helps in shedding the precipitation. If it is going to start from the land, it can pick up only the sand. Land, sand, sad. No rain. Sea, chill, precipitation. Can we remember like this? Sea, cool, precipitation. Okay. So this is what, this is of course land, sand, sad. That is aridity. It doesn't promote precipitation. Whereas sea, cool, precipitation. Yes or no? Yes or no? Then this also I'm getting right away. Just now I'm getting this clue also. Fine. Is this clear? Is D and C is completely fine? Is D and C distribution and climate? So in the northern hemisphere, the Mediterranean lands receive most of the precipitation in the winter. And because the winter it comes in the onshore westerlies. When the westerlies shift equatorward with the average temperature in winter approximate, this we have discussed. In the northern hemisphere, the prevailing on the shore westerlies bring much cyclonic rain from the Atlantic to the countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea. The mean annual rainfall is approximately 70 centimeter, which differs greatly from place to place, depending upon the relief, continentality and passing of the cyclone. Okay? Mediterranean regions are often backed by mountains. Just to say me, this is another clue. Backed by mountains along the coast, which provide an effective barrier to oncoming westerlies because it is an orographic type of rainfall. Do you remember the my classes on climatology, ma? Orographic type of rainfall. Will it be parallel? Should the wind has to be parallel or perpendicular in direction? Just imagine. If the wind is perpendicular, parallel to the mountain means, do we experience precipitation? Do we experience precipitation if it is parallel? Then you can say me, ma'am, we have a very big mountain, of course, Mount Abu in Rajasthan. But why, despite of having that Mount Abu, Rajasthan, Guru Shikhar highest peak, it is a dry because the wind is parallel to it. Whereas the wind has to be perpendicular. The wind has to come and hit the mountain. On hitting, it goes up. This already I have discussed. Anabatic wind. Okay. On anabatic, it gets cooled, condensation, cloud formation, precipitation. Isn't it? orographic. So it should be perpendicular. Now, Mediterranean regions are often backed by mountains along the coast, which provide an effective barrier to oncoming westerlies. As a result, Portuguese coast is much wetter than the eastern Spain. The steep hills of eastern Adriatic are the rainiest parts of Europe. Rain comes in heavy showers but only few days, with bright sunny period between them. Okay, now I'll try to show this in diagram. Backed by mountains. Just go and check. I'll take some 2 here. Just remember, don't we have Rockies and Andes here? Rockies and Andes. So the wind, it is starting from here, it comes and you are getting a mountain as a barrier. Here also we have a mountain, North Atlantic. Yes or no? We have a mountain, Atlas Mountain, Caucasus. So when it comes and wind, the wind they comes and get hit on the mountain, the barrier. So this is also an added advantage for the Mediterranean type of climate. See how much distinct features we are discussing with respect to Mediterranean type. In climate itself, we are discussing for more than half an hour, isn't it? Isn't it? Is clear, ma? So the rain comes in heavy shower, so torrential downpour, but only on few days with bright sunny periods between them, mostly from September to February with peak at October. Though the downpour is infrequent, they are often very torrential and a mountainous region causes destructive floods. I think now you understand each and every local winds around the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, many local winds. We have many local winds, for example, some hot and cold or common. So this is all already I have discussed these topics in my climatology classes. If you have missed my climatology classes, please go and check them in the special platform. Okay, I have discussed, I have completed the winds, local winds. Now just remember, many local winds, some hot and other cold or common around the Mediterranean Sea due to varied topography. Example, Alps in the north and Sahara Desert in the south. Okay, imagine this is a Mediterranean Sea. Okay, Sahara Desert. For the Mediterranean Sea, Sahara Desert is in the south. Yes or no? Alps mountain in Europe is in the north. Am I right, ma? Alps mountain in Europe is in the north and Sahara Desert is in the south. Can you visualize this? Can you visualize this image? Alps in the north and Sahara Desert in the south, continental interior in the east, and open Atlantic in the west. So this is the condition with respect to north, south, east and west for the Mediterranean, isn't it? Continental interior on the east and open Atlantic Ocean on the west give rise to differences in temperature, pressure and precipitation. Again going back to the same figure. I should have attached one more world diagram. Just give me a moment. Okay. Do I have any other? Oh, okay. Can I take this diagram? This is Mediterranean Sea. Yes or no, ma? Try to draw north, south, east and west. This is east. Continental interior to the east. This is west. Open Atlantic Ocean to its west. Yes or no? Atlantic Ocean to the west. And here in the north, don't we have the Alp mountains? Alps in the north. And in the south of the Mediterranean Sea, don't we have the Sahara Desert? Yes or no? Are you able to visualize? Please acknowledge. Please acknowledge. Yes or no? East is interior, continent. Okay? West is open ocean. North is Alps mountain for the Mediterranean. From here, this is the point. Here, north is mountain. South is desert. East is continental interior. West is an ocean. Yes or no? See, for this Mediterranean Sea, east is continent, west is an Atlantic Ocean, north is an Alps mountain and south is a Sahara Desert. Is this clear? Is this clear? So many to and fro we have. Are you finding it easy, ma? Are you finding it exhausted? Can I proceed with vegetation and life and economy? We can get it done. Why to put part 1, part 2? Because you have leave for another 4-5 days. I'm on leave. I'm complete. This is the last class for this month on YouTube. Next classes on YouTube I'll begin January only. Up to 2nd Jan. Okay? Can I proceed with the topic? Any difficulty? Are you finding it difficult to continue? Are you finding it difficult to follow? Please acknowledge. Can I proceed? Then, so the passing cyclones from the Atlantic, the anticyclones from the north, and cold air masses from the continental interior are often interrupted by relief features, resulting in birth of local winds around the Mediterranean. Siraku wind, okay? This wind, Siraku, forehand and Chinook. Bora, okay. Wind alone, first I am holding the wind topic alone because I have already done wind portion alone. We will do it in the second part. I'll try to finish vegetation, life and economy. Okay. If time permits, I'll come and do the wind. If not, I'll put local wind separate topic. Is this fine, ma? Because already I have done. If I'm going to do the wind, it is not possible to finish in another 40 minutes. Only vegetation, life and economy, I can complete in another 40 minutes. So based on your reply, I can proceed with the topic. Or wind, or I can do this. I can complete wind, local winds, vegetation and life and economy. I can put it to part 2. It is up to you. It is up to you. Either you want me to continue with the wind and stop before the vegetation. Vegetation and life and economy, we will do it in the second part. I think wind, please. Super. Okay. I'll do the wind. Then we will do the revision. Okay. Vegetation and life and economy, we'll put it in the part 2. Is this fine? With all your permission, I'm starting. You have a very interesting topic, wind. Siraku. Just open Siraku wind. It is a hot, dry, dusty wind which originates in the Sahara Desert. So just remember, now we are going to discuss. Is this fine, ma? Radhika, Solarajan? I have proceed. Can I proceed with the wind? Vegetation, life and economy. Can I do it in the next class? Okay. This is a hot, dry, dusty wind which originates in the Sahara Desert. Imagine this is a Mediterranean Sea. Okay. So my friend wind, he is starting from Sahara Desert. For the Mediterranean Sea, Sahara is south. Yes or no? Okay. So can I proceed with the wind, ma? You will enjoy this topic. Please listen. You will enjoy the wind. Okay. So for the Mediterranean Sea, okay, for the Mediterranean Sea, this is south. South of Mediterranean Sea, we have in Africa. My friend Siraku is starting his journey from Africa. So imagine my friend Siraku, he is starting his journey from here, from the south, okay, from Africa. He is trying to move towards north, isn't it? Isn't it? So if he is starting from the desert area, will it be hot desert or not? Will it be a hot wind or not? Because it is starting offshore wind, offshore, starting from the desert, okay. This is a hot, dry, dusty wind which originates in the Sahara Desert. Though it may occur at any time of the year, but most frequent in spring and last only for few days. So can I say S cube? What is this S cube? Siraku, Sahara, and in the spring season. Are you able to follow? Siraku is a hot, dry wind because it starts in the Sahara Desert and also in the spring season. So can I say S3 for Siraku? S3 for Siraku and last only for few days. Sirocco blow outward from the desert interior to the cooler Mediterranean Sea. So my friend Sirocco is starting his home. He is leaving his home from Sahara. From Sahara, he is crossing this Mediterranean Sea. From Sahara, he picks up sand. On crossing the Mediterranean Sea, he also picks up the moisture. So in his bag, to the guest, he has two gifts. From the home, he has taken the sand. On the way, he is crossing the ocean, Mediterranean Sea. There he picks up the moisture. When it finally go and reaches the guest house, I will say what will happen here. It is also known as a blood rain. Why blood rain? Wait. It is usually associated with the depressions from the Atlantic passing from the coast to eastward. After crossing the Mediterranean Sea, Sirocco is slightly cooled by the absorption of water vapor from the Mediterranean Sea, but still remains hot and dry with a temperature of over 40 degrees Celsius. Now you are going to travel. You are going to bring this topic in imagination. Are you able to check? Okay, let me show the figure. Look at my friend Sirocco. Where is he, ma'am? Okay. Just remember, Sirocco is starting from here. Okay. Sahara Desert. From south, he is moving towards the north. Okay. Here he picks up the sand. I think we have another diagram. Can you see here? Can you see your Sirocco? Can you see the Sirocco here? He is starting from Africa. This is Africa. Desert. Okay. From the Sahara. So he is starting this journey from the desert. So he picks up the sand. On crossing the Mediterranean Sea, he also picks up the moisture, and finally he goes and settles pour down in Italy or in the European country. So how will be the rain? The European people, they will see the rain comes in blood color. What is the color of the precipitation? It is a pure white. There it comes in red color. Why red color? The sands in desert is red. Okay, that sand again it gets mixed with the moisture from the Mediterranean Sea. So just remember, red and white, what combination you have? Now, are you able to visualize? See, it withers crops and vegetation, and damage is particularly serious when it comes at the time during which wine and olives are in blossom. Sirocco is also known as a blood rain due to the red dust it carries from the Sahara Desert. Did you understand why Sirocco? For Sirocco, we have a code S3, which means Sirocco, Sahara Desert. It starts its journey from the Sahara Desert, and it is also starts in the spring season. From Sahara Desert, it starts its journey. From here on, it moves towards the north. Here it picks up the red dust. On crossing the Mediterranean Sea, it also picks up the moisture, and finally it go and rest in this Italy. There in the European nations, in the European country, there this wind fall as a precipitation. That rain looks like a blood rain because of the sand and the moisture from the Sahara and the Mediterranean Sea. And one more thing, Mediterranean region around is famous for wine cultivation. The season this wind, particular Sirocco wind comes is a spring season. So it also damages the wines and olives when it blossoms. Is this fine? It withers the crops and the vegetation, and damage in particularly serious when it comes at the times during which wine and olives are in blossom. Is Sirocco wind is clear? Sirocco, of course, this is a hot, dry, dusty wind, originates in the Sahara, most frequent in spring, and normally lasts only for few days. The Sirocco blow outwards in a southerly direction, from the south towards the north. That is, from the Sahara Desert, it crosses the Mediterranean and moves towards the north. Yes or no? in a southerly direction from the desert interior to the cooler Mediterranean Sea. After crossing the Mediterranean Sea, so just remember, just give me a moment. After crossing the Mediterranean Sea, okay, after crossing the Mediterranean Sea, where it is, after crossing the Mediterranean Sea, the Syracuse, slightly cooled by absorption of the water vapor, is scorching heat withers. This may be blood rain because the wind is carrying the red dust from the Sahara Desert, and also it absorbs the moisture when it crosses the Mediterranean Sea, and finally it comes and pour here as a blood rain. Is this clear? So it is so prominent that it is known by different local names, such as the Syracuse is called differently as Chile, Tunisia. In Tunisia, it is called as a Chile. In Libya, it is called as a Gibli. In Spain. So these two are origin point. These two are origin, places in Africa, and Egypt and Malta. This also in Spain. Leviche, Spain in Europe. There it reaches destination. In Spain, it is called as a Leviche, and Egypt and Malta, it is called as a Kamsen. In Adriatic and Aegean Sea, this hot wind, better known as Garbi. So can I do it again? Garbi gathers much moisture, causing fog, few rain. Is Syracuse clear, ma? Is Syracuse clear? Do you have a pet name? Do you have a pet name? Is only Radhika is the only name you have? Of course, Dhanalakshmi is my guessed name. I have some pet names. Okay, you will be, see, I am fondly called as a DL ma'am in Unacademy platform. Okay, some used to call me as Dana. Some used to call me as DD. So my names get differed at different places. Such like the original name is Siraku. Okay, he has been called Siraku. He or she is called as a Chile by the Tunisian people. In Libya, it is called as a Gibli. In Spain, it is called as a Leviche. In Egypt and Malta, it is called as a Kamsen. And in Adriatic and Aegean Sea, it is called as a Garbi. Is this clear? Is this clear? Is this clear? So, Siraku, okay. TC. Can we remember TC? Tunisia, Chile. Okay. LB, Libya, Gibli. SL, Spain, Leviche. In Egypt and Malta, it is called as Kamsen. In Adriatic and Aegean Sea, this hot wind is known as Garbi. Any confusion? Please let me know. So just look at here. Just look at here. In Egypt and Malta, what is his name? In Spain, what is the name of a Siraku? What is the name of a Siraku? In Libya, what is his name? In Tunisia, what is his name? Please give me an answer. What is his name, ma? Any doubts? Any doubts? Chile in Tunisia, Gibli in Libya, Leviche in Spain, Kamsen in Egypt and Malta, Garbi in Adriatic and Aegean Sea. Kamsen, Egypt and Malta, Leviche, Spain, Gibli, Libya, Chile, Tunisia. Is this clear? Is this clear? Are you finding it easy? Can I move on to the next wind? Another local wind, forehand wind and Chinook wind. Both the forehand and Chinook winds are local, and again they are an example of a hot and dry winds. Hot and dry winds experienced on the leeward side of the mountain. Radhika, did you attend this class? For the mountain, did I say windward side and leeward side of the mountain? Name of the wind? Anabatic wind. Windward side. This is called anabatic. Okay. And Leeward side of the mountain. The wind name is, Omkar, do you remember? Katabatic wind. Katabatic. Oh, okay. I'll put it here. I'll put it here. Can you visualize this is a mountain? Can you visualize this is a mountain? Okay. What is the direction of this wind? Upslope wind. It is moving towards the top upslope, or it is also known as anabatic wind. I will say you easy example. Anabatic wind or an upslope wind. Okay. Downslope, leeward. So this is on this is onward, and this is a leeward side of the mountain, isn't it? Yes, this is a leeward side of the mountain, isn't it? This is called katabatic wind. Katabatic wind. Let me say for Radhika, I think she can easily understand. Now I say easy two words to remember. How to remember anabatic and katabatic? Just look at Nima. Is my view is now straight? Airplane is flying. How do I look? I look at the top. Anand. There is a word in Tamil, Anand. What do you mean by Anand? You're looking, your chin is up. You're watching something is moving up. Is anabatic wind is clear? Anand means you're watching up. So the upslope wind is known, you can easily remember as anabatic wind. Just remember a person. Okay. I am standing in the top of a mountain. I am standing at the top of a mountain. I am in a very bad mood. Okay. I am not in a good mood at all. I am angry with someone. I have a stone. I feel like sometimes for no reason you feel if you are angry you wanted to throw things. Okay. So I have a small kind of a stone in my hand. I'm just playing with the stone. All of a sudden I drop that stone. So that stone, it is rolled down from the mountain top. It is getting rolled down from the mountain top to the valley bottom. How does it come? Will it come quietly? Won't it create a sound? It rolls down and comes and settles in the valley bottom. Yes or no? Have you ever heard this? Have you ever heard this? Anabatic, Anand. So, katabatic wind. From the mountain top to the valley bottom. Katabatic, downward wind, leeward wind. Is this clear? Is this clear? For Tamil people, they easily understand. Anabatic, Anand. Katabatic, it's a sound it creates from the top. You will not have a sound when you throw a ball in the smooth terrain. Okay, but when you drop from the mountain top to the valley bottom, won't it roll down and comes and reaches? So can we easily remember this anabatic and katabatic? Yes or no, ma? Yes or no? Radhika? Because this example multiple times I said in the class. Okay. So here, this both the forehand and chinook winds or local hot dry winds experienced on the leeward side of the mountain. This is the leeward side. So both the forehand and chinook winds or katabatic winds. Katabatic winds. Yes or no? We will have an example now. Yes. Katabatic winds. So both the forehand and the chinook are katabatic winds because they are on the leeward side of the mountain. Yes or no? When descending air becomes compressed with increased pressure. If you want to enjoy my climatology class, please go on my, I have done 5-6 months before. You can go and check my climatology classes in special platform. We have many funny examples like this. I think Om can remember this example. And I would have said some love story for precipitation and such failure love story for desert formation. Okay. Then forehand wind. So both the forehand and chinook are the examples of katabatic because they are on the leeward side of the mountain, downward wind. Okay. Forehand wind is experienced in the valley of Northern Alps, particularly Switzerland in spring. Okay. Chinook winds are experienced on the eastern slope of the Rockies. Just remember, eastern slope of the Rockies. For the Rockies, this is east and this is west. Okay. So, eastern slope means, of course, this is in the Katabatic wind. So, okay, descending air. Now again this Chinook winds are experienced on the eastern slope of the Rockies. Imagine this is a Rocky mountain. So this is a Chinook wind. Chinook wind is on the eastern side of the mountain. Okay, eastern side of the mountain. We experience on the eastern slope of the Rockies in USA and Canada in winter. Now, ascending air. Two things already. So climatology class itself is a concept oriented. Multiple times I said ascending air leads to precipitation. Descending air leads to aridity, sad. Subsidence, aridity, anticyclonic condition, desert formation. Because the descending air gets heated up or warmed up by the dry adiabatic rating at the rate of 10 degrees Celsius per 1000 meter. This is my concept class in climatology. More than 10 times I have explained this concept class. Please go and check my previous video. Okay, if I'm going to explain this again, it will be a 11th time or 15th time, I don't even know. N number of times I have discussed. So ascending wind, it will leads to the precipitation, and descending wind, it leads to aridity. Descending, or it is also known as subsidence of the wind. Okay, so while descending, most of the moisture of the wind is lost, and hence it become a dry and hot, which may lead to rise in temperature of the leeward side. So this is the descending wind. Yes, descending wind, katabatic wind, and that will lead to increase in temperature. In North America, it is called as a Chinook, which means the snow eater, because this wind comes during a winter that will be fully frozen. Okay, it is fully frozen, freezed, full of snow. Now this hot, dry wind, when it passes through this way, this is hot, and it comes and eat the snow. The snow gets melted on the arrival of the Chinook. Snow, it is also called as a snow eater. See, in North America, it is called as a Chinook, which means the snow eater, as it melts the snow and causes avalanches. What will happen if the snow is melted? It will lead to the avalanches, landslides in the landslides. Yes or no? Ramdev, yes, Ramdev. Are you getting it, ma? Okay, if you want to know this wind classes, of course, I have done the concept class in climatology multiple times in all the platforms, especially plus YouTube. Okay, and again, I'll do another session, no problem. Can I proceed, ma? I think you can easily understand any confusion. Then it has a blessings too. It enhances the growth of the crops and fruits and thawing. What do you mean by, what is the literal meaning of thawing? Thawing means melting. Because this is a hot, dry wind. So when it crosses the snow get melted. Thaw the snows covered pastures by rising temperature on the region quite quickly. Is this clear? Is this clear till now? Any doubt? Any doubt? What is the Siracu wind? The Siracu wind, local wind is clear. Is Chinook? I have separately done. Can I move on to the next wind? Mistral. Can I do on Mistral, Bora we have? I'll complete Mistral and Bora. Again, we'll have a revision. This is fine. So now we have discussed two winds. For example, Siracu S3. It is an example of a hot, dry wind. And another one is Chinook, forehead. These are all an example of a hot and dry wind. Am I right? Now we are going to discuss in contrast to Siracu, which means Siracu is a hot wind, Mistral is a cold wind. Contrast to Siracu means it is a cold wind, isn't it? Mistral is a cold wind from the north rushing down to the Rhone Valley. Siracu direction is, you can also say S4. Why? Because Siracu, I will say why S4. I think I said this. Okay. For Siracu, we'll have S4. Y means last S is from the south. S4. Siracu Okay, Sahara Desert, spring season from the south. Its journey is from the south towards the north. Yes or no? From south towards the north. From Sahara Desert in the spring season. And the name of this is a Siraku. Yes or no? Yes or no? So it is good to say, it is apt to say S4. Did you understand? So we will change S3 to S4. Siraku, Sahara Desert, spring season, and the direction is from the south towards the north. From Sahara Desert towards the Mediterranean. So can I say S4? Now coming to here. Over to here. Rhone Valley fans in violent gales between gust. So, Mr. is a cold wind. The direction is north to south. From the north towards the south. It is contrast to Siraku. Siraku is south to north and Mistral is north to south. Mistral is a cold wind from the north rushing down the Rhone Valley, France, in violent gusts between. So, velocity of the Mistral is intensified by funneling effects in the valley between the Alps and Central Massif. In winters, when the Mistral is most frequent, so it is frequent here, the temperature of the wind may be below freezing point, though the sky may be clear and cloudless. Therefore, as a protective measure, many of the houses and orchards of Rhone Valley and Riviera have thick rows of trees and hedges planted to shield them from Mistral. Because this Mistral is a cold wind, it is coming from the north, its direction is towards, is going to enter the Rhone Valley, and it is a violent gusty wind. It comes with much force. So we all know the habitation. How do you construct the houses? If you're on the hilly terrain areas, you modify the houses according to the region, the topography on which you reside, isn't it? So these people, they know, the Rhone Valley people, they know that this wind will come on winter and it is a very gusty wind. In order to protect themselves from this gusty wind, they modified the things like many of the houses and orchards of the Rhone Valley have thick rows of trees and hedges. Why? To shield them from Mistral. Is this clear? Mistral is a cold wind from the north rushing down. From the north rushing down the Rhone Valley. So from the north towards the south, that is in the Rhone Valley, it will reach the Rhone Valley. It comes with a much violent force, gusty wind. It is a cold. In a violent gust between 40 to 80 miles per hour. The velocity of the Mistral is intensified by funneling effect in the valley between the Alps and the Central Massif Plateau in France. Is this clear? Is this clear? Now you say me Siraku. Yes or no, my dear? South towards the north. Mistral, north towards the south. Is reaching the Rhone Valley in France. Yes or no? See, Bora also from the north towards the south. Comes in Siraku, yes or no? Levante, Spain. I think now you easily understand. Any doubt? Any doubt till now? Please go through. Can I proceed? Okay, Bora. It is another cold wind. So, Siraku and Chinook Fohan are all an example of a hot, dry wind. Contrast to this is a Mistral and Bora. Mistral and Bora are examples of a cold wind. Okay. So, Bora, a similar type of a cold northeasterly wind. Northeasterly wind experience along the Adriatic coast. So this region is in the Adriatic coast is called as a Bora. Like the Mistral, it is caused by differences in pressure between the continental Europe and Mediterranean. Usually occur in winter like Mistral. So many characters, many features it is similar to the Mistral, but when the atmospheric pressure over continental Europe is higher than that of the Mediterranean, This Bora wind is a dry, icy wind is even more violent than the Mistral and speed of over 100 mph. It is very, very fast. It is more violent than Mistral. It is more violent than Mistral, have been recorded. During strong boras, ships have been blown aground and agricultural land. Can you imagine the ship is being uplifted? Can you close your eyes and imagine Bora wind is coming, the ship, okay, the majestic ship cannot withstand, it got uprooted, it got shook because of the Bora wind. So just you think, is Mistral is violent or Bora is violent? Bora is more violent than Mistral. Yes or no? So during strong Bora, ships may blown aground and agricultural land also ruined because of the speed. It is very fast, very gusty wind. But it is also a dry, icy wind. Ice. It is not just a cold wind. Along with this, it's an icy wind. So definitely it will perish the agricultural crops. See, can you visualize this, ma? Vegetation we'll be doing in the next class. We'll go for the quick revision. Is this clear? Are you enjoying? Any doubt? Any doubt? So can I do the wind again? A quick revision, wind alone. Then I'll do the distribution and climate. Can I do the wind alone? Local winds around Mediterranean Sea. Take page number. Can you see this diagram in page number 143? Can you see this diagram in page number 143? Yes or no, ma? Chile, Tunisia, Gibli, Libya, Levici, Spain, comes in Egypt, blood rain. Mistral. Okay. Grigeli, Tromanto, Mediterranean. So during strong Bora, ship may be blown around agricultural land. Tramontana and Grigeli are similar cold winds of the Mediterranean Sea. We also have other cold winds in Mediterranean. Is this clear, ma? So can we do the winds? A small, I think Chinook we had done. Okay. Is Sirocco clear? Any doubt with respect to Sirocco? I had in the S4. Okay. Pass. Okay. Let me say for Sirocco, hot, dry, dusty wind, originate in Sahara. What is this first S? Sirocco. What is the second S? Originate in Sahara Desert. What is this third S? It originate in the spring season, during the spring season, and the direction is from the south, isn't it? Outward from the desert interior to the cooler Mediterranean. From the desert towards the, it crosses, it reaches the Europe. So you just remember, you have started a journey with standard book, ma'am. It's standard book. It is not with standard. GC LEONG. GC LEONG Solarajan. Do you have this book? Do you have this book, GC LEONG? In GC LEONG, Mediterranean type of climate, we are discussing the which type? 19th climatic type. Chapter 19 in GC LEONG. Their page number 143. Their page number 143. Is this clear? Clear? So after crossing Sirocco, now we know, just remember the wind. What is the habit of the wind? He knows the manners, basic manners. So wherever he goes, wherever he starts from the destination point, he used to carry something. But his habit is that on the way, if he just remember, you have started to reach the house. Okay. If you are passing the fruit shop, you have collected the fruit. If you are passing the sweet shop, you are also gathered the sweet, isn't it? Such like, thus started from the Sahara Desert, so it picks up the red sandy desert. On crossing the Mediterranean Ocean, it picks up the moisture. Finally, it goes and reaches in Italy. There to the gift in Italy, it gives invite you to the guest. He is giving us both the gifts, the red sand along with the water. It shows us, it pours us a blood rain. Is this clear? Sirocco is also known as a blood rain. You know what is the reason? Then I think next is Sirocco. We have discussed different names for Sirocco. Chile, TC. Can we remember TC? Tunisia, Chile. LB. Okay. Libya, Gibli. In Libya, its name is Gibli. In Tunisia, it is called as a Chile. In Spain, it is called as a Levici. In Egypt and Malta, it is called as a Kamsen. And it is in Garbi, in Aegean and Adriatic Sea. Is this fine? Is this fine? Any doubt? So this is what try to pick up here. Egypt, Malta. Okay. Now, next is Pohan and Chinook wind. This is another kind of a hot dry wind. I think I'll put it here. Okay. Wait here. Chinook and Pohan. I need a world map. Okay. Just remember, okay. Okay, ma. This is a Rocky Mountain. This stretch is a Rocky Mountain. Yes or no, ma? This stretch is a Rocky Mountain. Chinook is in the eastern side. So I am putting this Rocky Mountain separately. Okay. I have transferred this to here. Rocky Mountain. Now with respect to Rocky Mountain, okay. Chinook is on the eastern slope of the Rocky Mountains. If it is on the leeward side of the Rocky Mountains, this is a Chinook wind, katabatic wind, okay, eastern. So what will happen to the katabatic wind? The wind on the leeward side of the mountain, will it leads to aridity or it will leads to precipitation? Will it leads to aridity or it will leads to on-side? Anabatic winds promote the precipitation and katabatic winds because the descending wind, the descending air gets eaten up by, okay, here I have to quickly brush up this concept. Simple, ma. You just draw this line. Okay. Anabatic, on slope. It leads to become warm aridity. Super. So it becomes cool, condensation, cloud formation, precipitation. Because the warm air becomes light and it gets cooled by, on ascending, it gets cooled by dry adiabatic heating at the rate of 10 degree, dry adiabatic cooling at the rate of 10 degrees Celsius per 1000 meter. Whereas the descending wind gets warmed up or heated up by dry adiabatic wind at the rate of 10 degrees Celsius. So ascending and descending. The ascending winds cooled. Descending wind gets heated up or warmed up. Okay. Both the concept is adiabatic wind and the dry adiabatic wind at the rate of 10 degrees Celsius per 1000 meter or 1 kilometer. Am I right? So here it is getting cooled. Ascending wind gets cooled. Cool, it leads to condensation, cloud formation, precipitation. The descending wind, it gets heated up or warmed up by dry adiabatic wind at the rate of 10 degrees Celsius per 1000 meter. It will lead to the condition sad. When you will be happy? You will be happy when you see the rainfall. Not only you, the whole nation, isn't it? Because when there is a good rainfall, it will promote the agriculture. It will lead to the overall economic development. Okay, but when it is an arid, don't you feel sad? Don't you feel sad? depressed, compressed. Okay, so the descending air gets heated up or warmed up at the tri-adiabatic heating at the rate of 10 degrees Celsius per 1000 meter. It leads to the descending wind is also known as subsidence of air. It leads to anticyclonic condition. Cyclonic condition, cyclones and temperate cyclone, tropical and temperate cyclone leads to precipitation. Anticyclone is devoid of rainfall. So anticyclone, aridity, and it leads to desert formation. Is this concept is clear, ma? Is this concept is clear? Please let me know. Okay, if you want to know more about these concepts, more than 10 times I have done this concept with so much of examples. You can please go and check my previous classes, ma. Okay, go and check my climatology class. I would have done couple of months before, 3-4 months before. Okay, in special platform. So this is what. So what I'm trying to say is the Chinook wind is a descending wind. Yes or no? Let me draw it here. Okay, just give me a moment. Chinook. It is an adiabatic wind or katabatic wind. Chinook wind is a descending wind. Now let me say you the time when Chinook winds comes on the eastern slope of the Rocky Mountains. Imagine this is a Rocky Mountain. Okay. For the Rocky Mountain, this is an eastern slope of the Rocky Mountains. That is the leeward side. The arrival of Chinook on the eastern side of the Rocky Mountains is a winter season. So how it will be? Of course, this is near to the pole. Already here we have so much of snow. Isn't it? Fully frost. Snow bound, fully frost. When this hot, dry wind comes, naturally it is a hot and dry wind, and it is also the descending wind also get heated up and warmed up. So the temperature it rises more than 10 degrees Celsius. For example, if the normal temperature is like 5 degrees Celsius mean on arrival of Chinook wind, the temperature will rise up to 15 degrees Celsius. Imagine. So if there will be an increase in temperature, the time it comes on the eastern slope of the Rockies, a winter season, hot dry wind, when it increases the temperature, don't you think the snow get melted up? Don't you think the Chinook wind will eat up the snow? That's why it is also called as snow eater. Chinook winds are experienced on the eastern slope of the Rockies in US as well as in Canada in winter. That time, the winter time is a frozen, snow frozen. While descending, the descending wind, most of the moisture of the wind is lost and hence it's dry and hot, which may lead to rise in temperature, increase in temperature on the leeward side. This is the leeward side. In North America, it is called as a Chinook, which means the snow eater. Now you know why Chinook is also known as a snow eater. Why is snow eater? As it melts the snow and causes the avalanche. Will the snow will melt and remain there? It started flowing, isn't it? Landslides. What will happen in the landslides? In the hilly area, along with the landslides, is the other things, the sand, soil, and other debris, other things it moves. Such like in the snow, when it happens, thawing, freezing, it melts the snow and causes avalanches. It has a blessings too because it enhances the growth of crops and fruits that thaws the snow. When it is just, remember, ma'am, for agriculture, for anything, two things are important. One is temperature, sunlight, and another one is precipitation. Just imagine if the floor, okay, the plants get spoiled during winter. How many of you know that during extreme summer and winters also, because it loses sunshine, it needs little amount of temperature, isn't it? Now it has a blessings too. It enhances the growth of crops. Why? Because now temperature is slightly increased on the arrival of the Chinook. So this is favoring the growth of the crops and fruits and thaws the snow covered pasture. Before the arrival of the Chinook, the pastures was fully covered with snow. Fully covered with snow. Now this snow has been eaten by the Chinook and by rising the temperature of the region quite quickly. Is this clear? Is this clear? Any doubts? Okay. That's it, ma. I have completed part 2, vegetation and economy. I will be doing it in the next slot. Now, last 5 minutes, quick revision. Now, you're going to give me the answer D, C, V, E. Okay. Did I complete first 2? Yesterday class I have completed fully, but today we had in between local winds, distribution and climate, vegetation and life and economy of Mediterranean climate. I will do it in the second part. Now quickly give me the answer with respect to distribution. Distribution means the first thing is that latitudinal extent of Mediterranean climate. Okay, I'll open the page. Better me. Okay. D, C, V, E. Distribution, climate, vegetation, life and economy. Yes or no, ma? Now, under distribution, 2 things. Latitudinal extent, please fill the answer. Places. Under climate, we have many distinct features. Under climate, we have what are the distinct features with respect to Mediterranean type? Yes, ma'am. Fact. Yeah. Mediterranean. What are the distinct features? Climate, we have many points. You also mention all the distinct features along with temperature and precipitation. Quick, ma'am. I'll give you 5 minutes time. Only this. With this, I am concluding today's class. You are going to give me the answer. 30 to 55 degree northern places. It is not Chile, it is central Chile. Okay, super. Central Chile, California, Mediterranean region, South and Southwestern Australia. California, Africa, you left Cape Town. Cape Town in Africa. Is or no, Omkar? Is or no? And it is well developed in where? Well developed in, so you're right, 30 to 45 degree north and south of equator. Does everyone get these answers right? Central Chile places. So it is well developed in central Chile. San Francisco, California, ma. Actually, California in San Francisco. Cape Town in South Africa. South and Western Australia. What about Mediterranean region, ma? Radhika, you left that. Around Mediterranean region. North and south of Mediterranean region. Around Mediterranean Sea. Yes or no? Here it is well developed in central Chile. How many of you able to recap all these points? Now try to fill these points with respect to the climate, temperature and precipitation. What are the distinct features? What is the temperature and precipitation? Try to fill this answer. Shifting of wind and pressure belts. Westerlies moves more towards winter rain maximum. Okay. Super. First is distinct features is shifting of pressure belts, shifting of wind and pressure belts with respect to migration of sun. Super. Second, it comes under the influence of westerlies. Westerlies is an onshore wind. Am I right? Onshore westerlies. Because of this, it has been slightly missed. Summer. So the rainfall is winter rainfall. And what are the stations? My example stations, Rome in the northern hemisphere. What is an example station in the southern hemisphere? I think one is Rome. Another one is Cape Town. Am I right? Am I right? Are you able to recap everything? And what is the temperature? Temperature range with respect to summer and winter. Winter less than maximum to minimum. Less than greater 18 degrees Celsius, greater than minus 3 degrees Celsius. Rainfall throughout the year. Array. Rainfall throughout the year. But Sudan climate doesn't have rainfall throughout the year. Unlike the Sudan climate. Like tropical rainforest, you have a rainfall throughout the year. Tropical maritime hot wet equatorial, you have a rainfall throughout the year. Tropical monsoon, it is a distinct season. Sudan, where do we have a rainfall throughout the year? It is only hot wet. Omkar. Yes or no, Omkar? In Savannah or Sudan type, unlike, then fine. Unlike, okay, super. So rainfall throughout the year. Winter rainfall. Normally we have a summer maximum. Here we have a winter rainfall. The winter, the temperature is less than 18 degrees Celsius and greater than minus 3 degrees Celsius. In summer it is greater than 10 degrees Celsius. Yes or no? Are you able to recap all these points? Can I flip through the pages? Each page I'll stand only 5 seconds. Super. So how do you feel, ma? Are you finding climatic classification difficult? So different names. 30 to 45. See, we had so much things here. Shifting of pressure belts, onshore, offshore. For land, sand, sad, LSS. So for offshore wind, can we have a keyword LSS? LSS for offshore. Land, because it starts from the land, it carries the sand, so sad. Why sad? Because you don't have a precipitation. And for onshore, this is for offshore LSS. For onshore, SCP. Sea, it comes to sea, okay, ocean or sea, OCP, ocean, cool, AC, just remember OC, okay, ocean, cool, onshore, sea, cool, and brings the precipitation. Is this fine? So I think this is what Mediterranean. I'll just move each slide. Try to recap the core points. I can't shout because continuously I'm shouting for 2 hours. Of course, we have done everything. Can I flip through the pages? Can I flip through the slides? See? Did you do the revision with respect to Savannah Sudan type, ma? Please try to complete the revision parallelly. As I complete the topic in the class, try to do the revision immediately. Is this fine? Try to go and complete hot wet equatorial climate. Try to go and complete tropical monsoon and tropical marine climate. Savannah and Sudan I have completed. I was supposed to do today desert climate, but there was a small error has happened with respect to scheduling the keys. So Mediterranean, no problem. Next class I'll do the Mediterranean second part and the desert climate. Okay. So will you now say still yes ma'am? Will you still say it is a dry topic and GC LEONG it is like a Bible? Did we complete? So more than half of the GC LEONG you have a climatic types. We have a secret code to master. The secret code is DCVE. It is very popular. This has become very popular among the students. They started loving this because this code is simplifying one of the so-called dry topic. Yes or no? What is your opinion? So now you know what is this rainfall throughout the year, what is this black shade, you know how to find the annual temperature range. Now you know all the important key points. UPSC is fond of picking the questions from here. Okay, so there is no chances of getting missed out. The second slot, the next, of course, today is the last, tomorrow is the last class for this month. After that, I'm going for leave for 4-5 days. Okay, I'll begin the classes only from the Jan 2nd. So from 27 from Sunday. I'm only. Okay. Interesting topic, ma'am. Yes. Of course, we have made it interesting. Okay. But when I was taught this topic first time, I was literally crying. I didn't understand this entire book. Everyone said, my senior said, GC LEONG is one of the most important. When I opened the book, first half it is of a landforms, fluvial. This is a fluvial landforms, desert landforms, arid landforms, glacial landforms. That part also we didn't understand. The second half of the book, from chapter 15 till chapter 25, different types of climatic types. That's it. Lost. Then after that, it is all out of my own effort. I made it how to simplify the complex. I'm always here to do that. So I have done that during my preparation. So this is of course the copyrights. So this is how I used to decode. I used to break the complex into simple. Then I'll try to enjoy my studies. This is how I was preparing while I was an aspirant. And this more than that, the examples I say everything is extempore. On spot I used to get the examples. I don't know how do I get, but I get the relevant examples. So the examples also make the sessions very interesting and easy. Thank you, ma. So keep supporting your DL, ma'am. Of course, yes, ma, it's high time to use this code DL10 for optional extremely important topic. Extremely important topic because UPSC have the habit of asking questions. Describe the characteristic features of steppe type of climate, Mediterranean type of climate. Okay, so there you have to bring all this in an order. If you have the score points, try to take the synopsis, but don't take notes, try to take the synopsis. Is this fine? Hope you at the end of the session, please spend some time to leave the feedback because in YouTube, likes and feedback really matters for the educators. Of course, it is a hard work always has to be paid, isn't it? So your opinion, your genuine feedback at the end of the class, try to drop in the comment box. Keep supporting. So hereby I wind up the session. Okay. Don't forget to use my code DL10. Popular this code while taking joining the special classes and also subscription. Use this code DL10 and take the subscription. I'll catch you tomorrow on special platform. Until then, it's bye from your DL ma'am. Good luck. Good day. Bye-bye. Stay connected. Thank you, Anandalma. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night. Okay.